Hey everybody, it's me, Ashley, the Graveyard Stitcher, and I'm coming to you on July 5th. I believe it's my 28th Flosstube. And welcome back if you're an old subscriber or a new subscriber or just somebody who happened across me. I wanted to film this video earlier before I went camping for 4th of July and like have a video done. Like, I think I did one in June, beginning of June, and I wanted to have it at the end of June. And I tried to do it, but I was just so tired. And I was overwhelmed and stuff, and I was just like, okay, I could probably film it, but I won't be able to post it anyway, so I just gave up on that. But, oh, sorry, I drank something before I came on, and my tummy is unhappy with that. Anyways, happy 4th of July. I hope everybody has their fingers and toes and everything that's, you know, if you're in Texas, my thoughts are with you, and because it's just terrible, it's horrible. That flooding is very scary, and there's still a lot of people missing as of right now, and there's probably people missing that they don't even realize are missing yet, which is really sad. But I mean, my 4th of July was fine. We were in California, so definitely no fireworks allowed, and we were in a campsite, so it was pretty chill, actually. You know, I just had the calm side of the family there, basically, and my sister came. You know, it was a good time. And we are back. So, other updates. Maybe I'll just get into those later. Anyways, here's my board, as you can see, hopefully. I obviously hit all the goals because I don't really have a time set. I finished the Plum Orchid set from Baby Rally Designs, which is my Notion piece. And then I changed, so Beachcombers was a Hate piece that I was going to start, but I really wanted to start a My Bobbin piece, so I started a My Bobbin piece. So we're going to switch that out with that piece. And we did go to San Francisco. I don't think I told you guys about San Francisco. So we went to San Francisco, and of course I brought a project with me, and of course that project was Moon Babies. So that was the extra stitching that I did too. So let's just get into it, I guess. Let me put this down. I feel like I don't know if I have like a good routine for this or not yet, but I'm just gonna try. So I have my projects here. So the first one we have is the sunflower bookmark piece. It's a freebie from one of the Nashville Needle Markets. It's on a 16 count Mystic Dyed bookmark. Mystic Dyes bookmark. You know, it's like a bookmark shape. So I finished all the green on this, I believe. There's like 3 different kinds of green. And then I started on the little sunflower centers. There's probably a professional word for it, but I don't know. Stamen? Do sunflowers have stamens? I only know stamens from Greece too, so I don't know. Yeah, I think they talk. Anyways, so this is the Waterworks piece, and it had a goal of 150, and I did 168. And there's probably, since this is a utilities piece, it's about like 150 plus a couple more, so it's probably about 2 more works on it, and then it'll be done. And we will move to the next bookmark piece, because I want to make lots of bookmarks. I love reading, so I can't wait for this to be done, and it's almost there. Now, the next one will be Together Forever. It's by Unconventional X Stitch. It's going to look like this. And it is on a 25 count easy grid. No, it's going with the project here. What are you doing? Hey, jeez. There's some discourse in the whip bin. So we have, here we are so far. Let me just give you a little close up. So I do a certain technique with this. I've talked about it before. I believe I finished like a whole line, a whole diagonal line. I was trying hard to like stay on my goals so I can do more Monopoly turns and get more whips, but sometimes you're just so into a piece and stitching, right? So anyways, this had a goal of 950. I got 1391. That's why I think I like finished the diagonal. And yeah, let me see if I can put a comparison for you over my face. Okay, and yeah, it looks pretty good. It's exciting. So this whole part right here, you can see like a little bit of pink. There's like, I believe there's like a flower right here. And then this sky obviously just continues on, but there's a couple flowers, so it's not just this purple doom. Not doom, I love the purple, obviously. A lot of my pieces are purple, and a lot of my pieces are on purple, so yeah, anyways, that's it for that. The next one is a new start. This was Happy Halloween by, or is Happy Halloween by Mill Hill. Here's what it will look like. And since it's a new start, I just used the kit kit stuff, contents. Here it is so far. And there's a giant moon, obviously, and the owl is about here, I want to say. I'm working my way up so I can work my way down. And again, like the last piece that I did that has like a big word right here, I don't know if I'll put Happy Halloween on it. It doesn't very much like scream Halloween to me. It's more of like a nighttime scene. Anyways, the goal for this was 260 and I got 263. This is where I was really like, okay, stick to the goals so we can like get more, play on more whips. The next one will be Always. It's an Thread Geeks piece by Sarah Richter. And it's going to look like this. And here it is. I love this piece so much. It's on a 16 count black Aida. I'm not stitching the black. It's supposed to be a full coverage, obviously. And yeah, I think it's fantastic. I want to say that I filled in her hair a lot more here. And I kind of did more of her outline of her face. So yeah, like her hair mostly. The goal for this one was 950 and I got 998. And I'll set it back here. Maybe we could do a comparison. I'm trying not to do parked threads on this one. I'm just doing cross country in a way. I start with the block, like whatever block's at the top left side of mine. I guess the right side for this. And I'll fill in that whole block with the cross country thing and then go the next one, and then start the new. Anyways. So I think I pretty much got like the current block that this current block, I don't know, I guess you could see where it's kind of, I got this whole flower filled in, I believe, and I think the flower ends at like a block, so now I'm going to be back here doing over here. So this time around, you'll probably see the skeleton filled in more, but anyways, I think it's super beautiful, and I love it, and I'm thrilled with it. Thank God, because you put a lot of time and effort in these, so if you don't like it, just don't do it. Alright, Moon Babies. This one is from Charting Creations. It wasn't pulled in my like goal list or my Monopoly game, but I just really love it. And I'm going through this big purple pile, so I'm trying to just whittle away at it. And since it's such a big purple pile, I can pull out like one color and just do that instead of having all these colors. And it's easy to kind of stitch on the go. It's on a 28 count easy count grid. I just like don't want to know what that name is. Anyways, it's 1/1 28 count. It's not super my favorite, but it is coming out very well. And like I said, it's probably gonna be hard to see, but I probably did like this, I think. I definitely added here and maybe here and then down here. You can see more like the plants are coming in kind of. I think there's like a big purple blob here, but since I'm kind of doing a more of a diagonal fill in too, I can like do the purple blob and then green stuff over here. But anyways, I think it's coming out great. So let me just hang it up here to do a little comparison. And yeah, she's lovely. Isn't she lovely? This is my one of my purple pieces of doom, although I love it, so I invite the doom. That one didn't have any gold, but I did get, did I already tell you? I feel like I already told you. What the heck did I get? 891 stitches. So the next one is Farewell to Anger. This is a very common piece, popular piece. It's from Heaven and Earth Designs. Lenoid Offermov. Everybody's probably seen this painting before. I am doing it on a 28 count 2/110 stitch, and it's coming out fabulously, I believe. I'm doing kind of a, you fill in, or it's still like kind of a diagonal pattern, but you only stitch if the stitch above it is done. So that's why there's a lot of parking here. I love this technique. It's very satisfying to me. You can see, so I started a new diagonal this time, or this go around, and it's kind of like right here is where I'm at. So I'll be going down this way more. Here is a comparison. And yeah, this had a goal of 750 and I got 791. And this is getting so like thick. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm just impressed with how like solid it's becoming. But I love that piece as well, so I love all my pieces. The next one is Celeste. This is by Cross Stitching Art. I believe it's just Cross Stitching Art, no studios in there. They're putting out new stuff, which is really nice. Like, they have a lot of fancy ladies, but in a different way than like the other fancy ladies, and I really appreciate that style of cross stitching. So I definitely want to get more patterns because I need more patterns from her when I'm done with this one. So let me show you. This is on a volcano stitching piece or fabric. I think it's a 28 count opalescent. Oh no, it's 32 count. And here she is in all her glory. All right, I did most of my work on this side. I have her on Pattern Keeper, but her bottom half is like a big page and I couldn't get it. So I have to like split it in half. So I have half and half. So I just wanted to stay on one half. And yeah. There's like a weird crease in there. I'm sorry. So let's just do a close up real quick. Yeah, she's looking lovely. And then I know I added, oh, did I hear something? Oh, I'm tripping. I know I added these like gold, these extra gold things, and then just more down, 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 down. And I'll probably go back to that side again, maybe, or maybe I'll start on the other side and just kind of help them meet up in the middle. Either way, I'm so happy with her. I think she's great. I think she's coming out beautifully. I'm just doing called for and stuff, obviously. She also has like cryonic and beading, which I haven't put in yet, so she's going to be even more sparkly and fabulous when the time comes. This will be my new start. Okay, so I was supposed to start Beachcombers. I have Beachcombers by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a full coverage and it was max colors. It is max colors. It's not like it's past tense. But I really wanted to start a My Bobbin piece because I have a lot of their like stuff on my wish list. It's basically like, I don't know, Russia, right? Like My Bobbin. Maybe there's like Ukraine people. There's a lot of people on My Bobbin, so maybe I should start separating them into categories. But anyways, I think this one is called The Magic of the Forest Fireweed, and I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like here. I really wanted to do it, and it's a full coverage, and here is where I'm at so far. Sorry, my what's it called? Magnet is picking up stuff. There you go. This is on a 16 count easy grid count fabric. I like doing 25 count and stuff like that, but this is small. Like if I were to put this on 25 count, it would only be like, like 5 inches, like 5 inches wide or something. It was crazy. So, and I don't mind doubling up. And then I'm kind of doing this. So I watch Stitchery Lovers cross stitch when I like can't sleep or like I don't want to stitch, but I want to see someone stitch. And she does kind of a technique where she goes like line by line. And then she'll like park it, and then she does all the parked ones, and then she'll move them all down to wherever they go, and then she'll do another line, or she'll like add the other ones, and then anyways, I go a little further down than she does. Like if the stitch is on top is done, yeah, the stitch on top is done, then I'll just take it down further. But anyways, so there's a lot of park threads, But you can already see the top of the skylight coming out, and it's brilliant. So the goal was 180, and I did, of course it's a new one, so I've got to like put some work in it. 1,248 stitches on this, so. And I could get it in Pattern Keeper, so that's nice. And yeah, I was really having a lot of fun with that one, so I'm happy to have it going. And is this the last one? I guess this is the last one. So then the last one is my Notion set. So I'm trying to have a Notion-esque Notion and ornaments in rotation all the time. So I have the Plum Orchid set from Baby Raleigh Designs, and it's on a 20 or 32 count antique white linen. I believe when you saw me last time, I don't know, did I have all this done? So this is the needle book. I added beads. I did all the beading on it. So this is the front of the needle book. This is the inside, which is pretty basic. And then this is a scissor fob, which I added beads to as well. And then this one I definitely know I did a lot on here. They have beads as well, like on the little flowers. So the goal for this was like 1,050. And just to finish it out, like just to do this alone was like 1,000 or 900 or something. So once I did that and then like all the beads, I don't know, it was probably about 1,000. But either way, I just didn't count it all the way because I didn't put this in Pattern Keeper. I just didn't want to count. I just know I counted all this, and it was like 850, 900-ish, and then all the beads, which there's not very many, but anyways. I wanted to assemble this before I made this video, but, you know, obviously I didn't get there. And so that concludes all my, or no, wait, sorry. Let's roll the smaller clips, because we had the Masquerade, which had a goal of 750. I did 873. We have Moonlight Sampler, which had a goal of maybe 650, and I did 704. And then Star Eater, 351 out of the 300 goal. And then I worked on Halloween Tray, which had a goal of 220, and I did 284. So I will probably talk about those in the video, so we'll roll the clips now. Okay, I'm going to, this is Masquerade by Unconventional X Stitch. I'm just going to do the short clip because it's hard to see the progress on this when I do get to it. So the goal is 750 stitches. So I'm gonna fill in this. This is a parked thread. So I'm gonna finish this parked thread, and then I'm gonna start filling in this area here. And 750, it sounds like a lot, but they're half stitches, so it's not really gonna look like too much maybe. So we'll see. I'll be back. Okay, here's where I ended up at. I put a little bit here, or I finished that one thread that I said, and then I did this bit and all this stuff. I had like kind of miscounted here, like everything was lining up except for this piece, and I was like, oh my god, where's the miscount? But I just missed putting a stitch or two here, so thank god I didn't have to frog anything. The goal was 750. I got 873. I got up to like 720, and then it's like I had to put another thread in, but I didn't want to leave anything parked. So anyways, here we go. Masquerade 873. Okay, I'm going to do a little clip on this one. This is the Blue Flower Moonlight Sampler. I'm just going to work on this lantern here for 650 stitches is the goal. Here's that. If you're interested, so this is in a hoop. I take the fabric and I just kind of twist it around, almost like if you're putting your hair in a towel. And then I use the binder clip. The binder clip will clip onto the wood frame, but on this one I just have it on the little metal piece. And there you go. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back. The goal was 650. I probably said it, but it's the Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. And the goal was 650. I got 704. I was hoping to get the whole lantern done, and I'm trying to stick more close to the goals and not go over much because I just want to get more Monopoly rounds and touch more whips, basically. So I just have this little piece left and then the candle, but it's such a cute little lantern, and I don't know if the flash is helping or not, but this is on 40 count, Veil of Night by Fiberlicious. And I have to use my readers to do it, but you know, that's fine. So the next one I have is this one. This is the Halloween platter by Le Petit Croix, I believe. And it's on this lavender Ada. This is where I'm at so far. The lavender Ada is like printed on there, which is interesting. I believe it is 14 count, maybe 16 count. So I need to fill in this whole tray, and then there's a Halloween sign and a bat here. And I want to backstitch the spider. There's a lot of backstitching, so I'm trying to backstitch as I go. I don't typically do that. But yeah, you can see here. So finished backstitching the spider and filling in this tray. The goal is 220 stitches. I don't know how much that'll get me, but once I'm done finishing the tray, I'm going to start working on the Halloween sign or this little bat here, and that should be up to 220. So I will see you guys soon. Alrighty, here is where I got to. I didn't get any backstitching in. I want to fill in this tray, or I don't know, what is it? This black thing? Podium? Stand? I want to fill it in first so I can backstitch all of this, because the spider backstitches over it, the bow backstitches over it, the cup, all of it backstitches over this little black tray. So I was filling it in, but I had extra thread and I didn't want to put it back on my bobbin, so I just kind of fill it in here, down here, these little things. And then the spider needed orange, so I started orange there. And then I had a lot of extra orange and I didn't want to put it back on the bobbin, so I started with this pumpkin. So yeah, here it is, comparison. And the goal was, just to remind you, well, you probably know because you saw the clip like 5 seconds ago. It was 220 and I got 284. Once I was done with all the black, I was at like 214, so I just wanted to put an extra, I put these stitches in, and then, yeah. Anyways, the next thing I'm going to work on is Star Eater, and this is what it's going to look like. And, no, I didn't put it on the Q-snap yet. Here it is so far. This one I do have in Pattern Keeper. It was a self-made pattern on like Stitch Fiddle or something like that. So there's no searchable, no way to search for symbols. So it takes a little bit longer to work my way through it. And then it's all solid. It's like in pattern, it's solid, like full coverage. But obviously I'm not stitching this dark blue color that it's on, so. And I'm just going to show it like this because it's just hard to see the progress when I hold it up bigger. I'm going to be working on this side still. Everything from this line here, everything from this line up is all stitched. And this one has more stitching to be done than like the other side. And I put this, I'm going to put this on the long Q-snap. That way it can, I'm not obstructed and like having to park. Because I would really not like to park if I can avoid it. And then also I'm going to pull out this silver gridding up here and just move it down here. Because it's a lot easier with gridding. Like gridding kind of takes time, but in the end it's faster. So yeah. But it's looking pretty good. I still love it. This has a goal of 300. So. Okay, here is where I got to. My phone is kind of dying, so it won't let me use the flash, but I think you can see for the most part. Again, this is hard to tell, like, the progress. Okay, so this had a goal of 300. I got 351. The biggest difference is I fill out this fin and that fin, and you can see the body more kind of coming out. I moved my grid line down, so everything from here down, or everything from here up, should be pretty much done, I believe. And yeah, that's it for now. All right. Okay, and now, so what was I going to talk about? Okay, I am officially like per diem at my job. I am trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. And my parents are moving They like live 4 hours away, but they're moving closer. So I'm going to help them set up their whole house and all that stuff. My dad and my stepmom, I guess I shouldn't say my parents, but my half of my parents, I guess. I'm very excited to have them here. It's like a freaking childhood dream. But I am going to take this time to like help them, and then I want to get my yard kind of situated and my craft room situated. I'm going to do a few like different certification type things to like branch out in my career, because I just need to I need a change. So I'm just going to take some time. I still am going to work obviously at my current job, but I'm going to take some time to try to figure out if I want to do anything else. So I'm hoping I can get these notions like finished up, and I'm hoping to finish some things like fully finish, because I don't like having the projects just like sitting in a closet. They're just sitting in there, you know, not doing anything. And then my craft room is like kind of a mess. There's just a lot of stuff. Sorry, I got my blood drawn and there's like a huge bruise on my arm. I'm not getting abused, guys. Anyways, so yeah, that's my plan. So now I'm going to update the board with all the, and I gotta scoot back, with all the current numbers on there. Sorry, I just did like a little life update because I forgot what I was doing. Now I dropped my pen. Okay, so Together Forever, I'll just use my finger, I don't know. It went from 83.93 to 97.84. You see? Okay. I'm using, I don't know, is this maroon or something? Because I like I said, there's just a huge mess right here, so I need to clean it up. And then Masquerade is now up to 6,072 from 51.99. The Plum Orchid set was a finish, so I guess we'll just, I don't know, erase those. Woo! Another finish, yay! Always is up to 59.50 from 49.52. And then Moonlight Sampler is at 8,779. Farewell to Anger is now up to 81.66. Siren's Lament didn't get anything, poor thing. And then Celeste is from 73.09 to 81.68. And then Star Eater went up to 15.34. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Huh. Okay, anyways, I don't know if it matters. I'm not like keeping track or anything really, except for on here. And I'm just curious to see how much gets on each piece. So 1534 is Star Eater. Sunflower Bookmark is now up to 541. And let's see. Halloween Tray is now at 284, and it's the first one we worked on. Where are you at? Okay. It's the first time we worked on it. This one will be the new one. The My Bobbin piece, so it's just going to start with 1248. And then Happy Halloween is a new start, so it's going to be obviously a 263. And then Moon Babies, we added 891, so it's at 6135, which I know you can't see it, sorry. Okay, so there we go, 6135. So I noticed here that this piece Together Forever is almost up to 10,000, and I'm kind of wondering if I should like switch it with something once it hits 10,000, or just like continue on, see how high we get, because a lot of these are almost at 10K, so I don't know. I mean, maybe another round, some of them just one more round and they'll be there. We'll see. Anyways, I want to talk about a couple changes. And one of them is to the Monopoly game. Before we play the Monopoly game, and I was doing a thing where if a piece landed on a property, I would add a counter, like 1 counter. And then, but I was only doing it per turn. So if say 3 pieces landed on a property on 1 turn, it would just count up 1. But now I want to change it to where whenever a piece lands on it, it'll count up 1 per piece. So if, like, say if 3 land on it now, then it's going to go up a counter of 3, because once it hits a counter of 5, I want to switch it with the piece that landed on it. So we can like rotate some whips out. And then the other thing I did was I added some cards to the like chance and community chest. I kind of categorized my pieces. I think I have that list on the back of my Monopoly thingy. Yeah, so I categorized them all into like themes, I guess. And I had a lot of full coverages. I have 12. I guess if you add that new one on, then I don't know if it was counted in there, but either way, I have 12 full coverages. So I added a card about like go to the next full coverage piece and add 500, just so we can, you know. And then I got 7 mermaid pieces. I can't count tally marks. 7 mermaid pieces, 8 night themed pieces, and then like 5 spooky pieces. So I put cards in there to go to like each one of those ones. I put a card to go in there to go to my oldest whip, which is Bath Time Mermaid, I believe. And then I put a card in there to go to the whip with the least amount of stitches and then get it caught up. So, and I just shuffled them in there. So we're maybe not going to see them for a little while, but they are in there. So, I am happy about that. So let's go play Monopoly and I'll see you back. Okay, we're at round 8 with Monopoly here. So the first one we're always going to do is the car, which is Together Forever. And the car is over here on St. James. So we're going to roll the dice. We got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They landed on chance. Let me just write that down real quick. And we do have new cards here, so hopefully it'll be, well, my new cards are pink, so. It says advance token to St. Charles Place, which is all the way over here, which is the Red Mermaid. And it passed go, so we're going to do 200 on that. And St. Charles Place is already purchased. So, yeah, we'll get more stitching on Red Mermaid, which is exciting. We haven't seen her in a while. All right, the next one will be the boot, which is the masquerade piece. Boot's right here. We got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they landed on Electric Company. And it's the sunflower bookmark, so I'm going to roll the dice. And we got a 9. Now I don't know what number of stitches that will be, so I'll have to tell you later because we gotta like times it and stuff. Okay, the next one will be the iron, which is right here on community chest. It is the notions piece, which we have to do a new one. I think it's going to be the pushing cat, but I'm not sure. So let's roll the dice. We got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they landed on Connecticut Avenue, which is nice because it's not owned yet. And that's going to be Victorian Charm, which is a Dimensions kit. So it'll be 120 on that. So that's nice. We get a new piece in the mix, finally. All right, the next piece will be the dog, which is over here. The dog, it represents Always from Thread Geeks. So let's roll the dice. We got 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they landed on Pennsylvania. And that's Bath Time Mermaid by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's already owned. So that'll be rent plus some stitching. And then the hat, which is over here on this piece. So let's roll that. We got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the boardwalk piece. which is Hawk Run Hollow by, I think it's Carriage House Samplings. I always want to say Cottage Garden, but I think it's Carriage House, so let's see. Alrighty, and the next one will be the thimble, which is over here on Waterworks. And we'll roll the dice. Got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it landed on Community Chest. And Community Chest will be Xmas Fund Matures, collect 100. So I'm just going to add 100 stitches on there, on the amount they already had. The next one is going to be Ship, which is Siren's Lament. She's still negative stitches. I'm really hoping she doesn't go to jail, because she could just get a 6 and go to jail and then be back to more negative stitches. So we'll see. Siren's Lament is by Heaven and Earth Designs. I think it's Ann Stokes, and she got a freaking 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she goes to jail. Luckily it's doubles, so we can try to... Well, she got another 6, so... Alright, let me just write that down. So that means she's still negative, because it's like voids the number of stitches, which means she's just... Yeah, poor thing. That's unfortunate. Alright, then the last piece we have is the money bag, which is over here. And that represents Celeste. We got a 6. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they landed on North Carolina Avenue, which represents Moon Babies, which is one of my favorite pieces, as you guys know, probably. And it's not owned, so we will purchase that. And that's it pretty much. So that's quite a few stitchings. Everybody got a good amount except for Siren's Lament. So yeah, I will see you back at the table. Okay, I am back after Monopoly. I feel like this video is so disjointed. I apologize. I forgot to change the tags, but here's our new list of goals. I need a smaller board. We got 800 for Together Forever, 700 for Masquerade, 700 for... So the new notion, I think, I have a Pusheen cat ornament that my sister got me for Christmas, a kit, obviously. I don't know where it's at right now. I'm hoping that I will find it, which is why I went into whole rambling about, like, getting my life together and organizing this space. If I do not find it for some reason, I have other ones, like I have the Mill Hill ones, I have the needle book treasure thingies. I have other options, basically. But that has a goal of 700. Always has a goal of 1100, which has the most stitches goal of this round. Moonlight Sampler has a goal of 600. Farewell Inger has a goal of 600 as well. Siren's Lament went to jail again. Are we just never gonna stitch on her again? I mean, she has more stitches than a lot of the other ones because they haven't even been pulled yet, but I feel bad. So she's still at negative 150, and if she doesn't get out of jail, she's just gonna go back more negative. So hopefully we can get her out of jail next time. Celeste has a goal of 600 as well. It was like a theme. Sunflower Bookmark is going to be pulled out for another 186 stitches. And then Victorian Charm is a Dimensions kit. And we will be, that's our first time pulling it out this year. It's a pink house. I'm sure it's very popular as well. So that'll be fun to have that out. I don't have it on Pattern Keeper, so it's probably going to be pretty close to the 120 mark, unless I get really into it. Sometimes the house part is like easy stitching, but and I haven't seen it in a while, so maybe I'll just like pour more love into it. We're gonna pull out Red Mermaid again, which is an RTO. I believe it's an RTO kit, and she's not on Pattern Keeper either, so she's also like a hand counting. Then we go down here. Moon Babies is actually being called. It's not like something I am pulling out on purpose. So it has a goal of 300. I'll probably do more than that because, guys, I'm trying to get through that purple void so I can have a little bit of fun colors with the purple void and the fun colors. And then Bath Time Mermaid has 348, and I pulled her out earlier this year. I don't think she's been, I don't think she's been called this year, but I pulled her out anyways, and she's going to get 348 stitches. And then Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow is going to get 600 stitches. So, and we've seen that plenty this year. And those are the goals now for this time. And I wanted to add one more little change. I wanted to add a daily 100 stitch. I was going to do all these changes at the end of the year, but I don't know, people be changing their plans all the time, and I'm like, well, what does it matter? So anyways, aside from the slight Monopoly changes, I added a daily 100 stitch. I thought about putting them all in a wheel, but I think I'm just going to pick the project with the least amount of stitches. Well, I know I'm going to pick the project with the least amount of stitches this year, not it all together. So as you can see on my board, I guess I should have showed you, but after the wheel and everything, after the round of Monopoly and stuff, the one that's like next on the list is Leshy, and it hasn't had any stitching on it this year. It's a Witchy Stitcher piece. It is on a 28 count Valor. I think it's Valor. And I got a start on it, obviously. It's a whip, not a new start. Here's where I'm at so far. I took this to the retreat with me that the Cross Stitch Society threw on. This is black Ada, or black DNC, obviously, and as you can tell, it's a little patchy. But since this is like cryptid, yeah. So I'm gonna get 100 stitches on that. Obviously it's like the 4th now, probably the 5th because it's like midnight-ish. And so I'm going to catch up on it. I have to put another 500 in here and then I'll be caught up. And then every day I just want to do 100 on it. And at the end of this month, I guess it'll be either like 3,000 or 3,100 stitches. I don't know. How many days are in this freaking month? I don't know. There's like a rule. I know that you can like every other one. Either way, this has about 7,000 stitches altogether because it is on Pattern Keeper. So by the end of the month, it should be like halfway done, which is kind of nice. I have a lot of Witchy Stitcher projects or patterns. I am part of her Patreon because I love her Ouija board stuff. So like once this one's done, I want to immediately start another one. So that's also my new addition. And I think that's it. I kind of talked about my life randomly, intermittently. I'm going to be getting it together better. I did want to show these. I got these from Tapestry Market. I don't know. They sell like bootleg charts or like stolen stuff, but stolen patterns, not stuff. Maybe stuff. I don't know. But they're basically like thread organizers. And this one has Moana. I think it's Moana or someone similar. And it has a bunch of holes. I think it has more holes than like the standard ones. So the problem with this one is there's numbers back here. I obviously add my own labels. This is like square on, or like it has like a 90-degree angle on the edges of the circles. So when you pull your thread, it's harder to pull it as opposed to those other ones that are like more flat. They're easier to pull out. So, and then if you do get this, probably not from Tapestry Market, but wherever, I'm sure other people sell them. It's basically like an acrylic thread organizer. It comes with a thin plastic thing that you have to like take off. I have another one of these and I didn't know that, and it's like, it looks so filmy, and I was like, well, that's what I get for spending, you know, cheap money on it. But it's just a film that you have to peel off. So I like this. I don't like that there's no hole to like put on a loop, but there is more numbers on here. I think the other ones have like 8, maybe 10 each, and this has maybe like 20 or something. Also, the holes are smaller, so when you try to put in like a full skein, it's kind of thick in there. But this is the kit up for my bobbin piece. And since my bobbin piece has a lot of blends, I decided to make this. I also got this little mini. I didn't realize this was like small compared to this. But I also got I got a set of 2 of these from Tapestry Market, and they're both numbered like congruently. Like the other one says 1 through 20, and this one says 21 through, and they don't really clip together or anything. And again, they have no holes for like the clip, and they have the same problem with basically a rough edge. Not rough, but like a square edge, so it's harder to pull the thread off. but I think it's going to work fine with the blends, just to kind of hold them separately because they won't fit on this other thing. So that's my little mini review on stuff like that. Acrylic organizers versus like, I think the other ones are just plastic or resin or something like that. I don't know. I got the other ones off Amazon. You could get a pack of them. I think you get like a pack of 10 of them. These ones, I don't remember. I got them so long ago. And I remember kind of being reluctant to use them because I don't like pulling thread off of there, but I wanted to kit it up and it works well. And it's pretty. It is pretty. I do like it. This one, it's kind of covered up with my labels, but you can see it has like little seashells and stuff on it. And then the other one had Moana. I think my other one has like peaches or some kind of fruit on there. So that's all. Thank you for watching my video. I will see you guys next time. And thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. I appreciate all of you.